Hi, I'm Livvy, senior psychotherapist, and I'm in lockdown too, like we all are. So I made this great escape up to the north.
Not the north!
Okay, the East Midlands, but to a southerner, it's the north. To be with my boyfriend and his son. Well, the great thing about this is, they run a production company. I'm used to doing this. So here we are, we're going to be making some little films about keeping our minds healthy. And the first thing I want to talk to you about today is anxiety, because I'm hearing a lot from my clients, and I noticed it in myself, that anxiety came up as soon as we were told we can't go out, and we only could go out for an hour. A lot of people contacted me and said that made them very edgy, very nervous. So I'm going to go through with you today some techniques to calm that anxiety down. Now, the positive thing about anxiety is that we need anxiety to tell us we didn't turn the cooker off, or we haven't shut the front door, or the cat needs feeding. The other anxiety isn't useful, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, and a way to start calming that anxiety down. So the first thing I'm going to suggest you do is take a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, out of 10, 10 being the highest, how anxious are you right now? Okay, you got a number? Jot that down. And I'm going to take you through the first technique and see how we go with that. So here are some really good techniques. So the first one I'm going to show you, very simple, you can do it at home, you can do it even in a crowded house. You can go to the loo and do it, you can go out in the garden if you've got one, you can stand by the window, you can sit down, people won't know, it's not embarrassing, okay? So this is the first one. We get our hand and put it on our chest here, okay? See if you can start to feel the warmth of your hand in your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Now anxiety goes like this, it goes from the chest, it goes up, it goes into panic, it goes out. What we're going to do is bring the breath down to our stomach. Put your hand on your tummy, feel the heat from the hand on the tummy. Got it? Okay, now breathe into your chest, let the breath drop into your tummy. Yep, get your breathing to start to flow. Breathe into your chest and let it drop down into your tummy. Feel your feet on the floor, give them a stamp. That's it, you're bringing your energy right down now. Breath into the chest, let it drop into your tummy. Okay, drop your hands, give them a shake. We're going to do it again. Take a deep breath in and out. Hand on the chest. Feel the heat and the warmth of your hand. This is calming the anxiety. The warmth calms the anxiety. Take your other hand, put it on your tummy. Feel the connection between your two hands. It drops down into your tummy, into your feet. That's it. Give them a stamp. It's quite nice to make a noise. Yep, you've got a body. Get into it. Anxiety doesn't want to live there. Breath in, breath out. Yep, got it? Okay. Next exercise I want to show you is a very ordinary one. You can do it in front of anyone. No one will know. They'll think you're fascinating and interested in what they're saying, but hey, you're calming your anxiety. So you get your elbows, you put them on your knees like this, because it's the pressure of your elbows on your knees that pushes your feet into the ground. You rest your face into your hands, just like this. Now, when you're in this position, you'll feel your tummy and it's scrunched over. You cannot be anxious when you're breathing this way. What you're doing is you're pulling your energy down into your stomach. So from here, take a few breaths. Ready? Another one. Just sit there for a moment. Feel the pressure of your elbows into your knees, down to your feet, into the ground. Got it? Okay, we're going to come up. Take a breath, have a little shake. We're going to do it one more time. Okay, elbows into knees, pressure, Feel your feet on the floor, rest your face in your hands, and you just breathe in. Feel your tummy, that's it. Yep, there. And out. Okay. And you sit back up. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and everything needs to be done a bit slower than you do your normal life. We've got time. We're in lockdown. We have time to go a bit slower. Very important for calming anxiety down. So we can make a bit of space, which I've done already. Move the chair back. Stamp your feet. That's it. Coming back into our bodies. You know that expression, oh, you're wringing your hands with anxiety? Well, actually, it's a really good thing to do, to wring your hands, because when we're anxious, we lose the circulation in our fingers. This is warming them up. So give your hands a good wring. Give them a shake. Yep, just like that. A breath in. A breath out. A breath in. And a breath out, and you're feeling yourself sinking down into the ground. It's a moment. You could feel like a tree at this minute, rooted, grounded, and at this point have a little pause and think, my anxiety was what number? Before we started the exercises, I said, give me a number, 10 being the highest. Where are you now? Just take that pause and ask the question. Okay, got it? Exactly. My guess is it's dropped a bit. So now we've done some really practical exercises that you can do anywhere, as I said earlier, in your loo, in your sitting room, in your bedroom, when you're going out for your walk. Now we're going to go in the garden. Now you don't have to have a garden for this. You can, when you go for your walk, there'll be a tree, there'll be a plant, there'll be somebody else's garden. This is about attention. Anxiety and attention don't live together. They're bad bedfellows. So we're going to be focusing really carefully on what we're seeing. So now we're outside. Grey sky, green grass, bamboo, fresh air. When we are full of anxiety, we're in an inner internal world, and we don't perceive what's outside of us. All we perceive is the clamoring of our mind and our feelings. So what's really important is to be able to come outside and see it. I can be in a state of anxiety and not see what's in front of me. Now look at this. I found this beautiful tree with these little purple, delicate hanging pieces. And what is important is to be able to really look at it. You start to really look. What it does is it takes you out of the anxiety in your mind and in your feelings as you observe this absolutely beautiful tree. I mean, I wonder if one of you can tell me what it's called. Right now I'm just going to call it beautiful purple hanging droplet tree, because that's all I know it to be. I need a David Attenborough to help me on this one, but hey. If you notice, the more you look and the more you gaze, the more you come out of yourself and observe nature. You're looking at the grass, look at the different colours of it. You've got lighter patches, you've got darker patches. You've got bamboo. Really start to gaze at nature. You can do this anytime you're outside. If you've got plants in your house, look at your plants, look at them really carefully. It moves you out of an inner turmoil world, out of your anxiety. So there's something about fresh air, isn't there? You don't have to have a garden. You could be outside, you could open your window. There's something about fresh air that makes us feel less anxious and more alive. Now, we're coming in because I want to talk to you about, and I'm sure you all know this, and you know, probably it's something very familiar, is about appreciating what we have. It's so easy to take things for granted, isn't it? I don't want to sound too evangelical about this, but I think it's very easy to forget how we need to appreciate things that are in our lives. I mean, have you thought how privileged we are, even in a lockdown, that we've got running water? I mean, how amazing is that? Turn the tap on and water's coming. I think we can kind of forget these little important things, and they're about building up and understanding and appreciating what we have in our life. I mean, take this, boyfriend's kettle. I think quite posh myself. Do you like? But I have a kettle. I've got water. I can make a cup of tea. I mean, how amazing is that? Do we think about that, or do we just take it all for granted? And what about this? Yep, a mug. I know, we've got probably loads of them, but I look at it and I think to myself, who made this? It's artistry. Don't you think? Somebody actually put a lot of thought and intent into making this cup. So, to me, it's really important that we start to appreciate what we do have, because we're talking a lot at the moment in lockdown about what we don't have. We can't go out for dinner, we can't go off here, we can't do that, we can't go to the cinema. And we're not remembering what we do have, like having a cup of tea, which I'm going to have right now. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something from it. I'd really like to hear from you, and I'd like to hear any tips you have. You can always put a comment and let me know what you're thinking. I will respond to it. It would be great. And if you want to subscribe, just press that button below.